our investigation started 5 years ago, and we actually drove on a road, a private, on Rene Montero's private property 5 years ago, that was built on his farm with Ministry of Works equipment. And I think it was either 3 miles long or 3/4 of a mile long. I think it was a substantial road. So you mentioned earlier personnel, equipment. There were 3 things you mentioned, but sorry, 1 minute. Equipment, personnel, and fuel. But what about the actual asset, which is now this entire road piece that goes through the private property?
I think when we referred to 3.5 years, it's not 3.5 years from today's date. I think the documentation we have goes back to 2014, if I recall correctly. So the time you visited would definitely be within the time frame that we are providing evidence for, as it relates to the road. The road is documented, and as I said, we are trying to put together some costs. We're trying to figure out what materials were used, how much fuel, how much overtime, and so we're trying to put figures to those specific projects or specific work that was done.
For a fast calculation, you can find out in the market what the rental of a bulldozer is per hour. I think you're range with $200 at a minimum per hour. Used 8 hours a day, 365 days a year for 3.5 years at a minimum. That gives you an idea of an initial idea of what we are talking about.